Good morning, everybody. Well, I don't know if it's going to be morning when you watch it, but it is morning for me. It is 7 o'clock right now. I got out here today. We got a beautiful day. It's less than 1 foot seas. So I had in the last video that I did, or a couple videos ago, I had somebody tell me, hey, you know, that they don't know about waves and all that. So like, what does it mean? And that day the waves were 3 to 5 feet. With some occasional waves that were 6 feet. And today we have less than a foot wave, so less than 12 inches. I'm anchored out here right now, 140 feet of water. And really what we're gonna try, or I'm gonna try to do today, I always keep saying we, I'm used to always having somebody with me out here. But what I'm gonna try to do today is show you guys some mutton snapper fishing. Really looking for a couple big ones. To go home and have some good fish tacos. Love fish tacos. And mutton snapper, to me, guys, I'll tell you, species to catch, swordfish, check the box, #1 for me. But when it comes to snappers, yellowtail snapper and mutton snapper, mangrove snapper are right up there on the list for me as my favorite fish to eat. They are absolutely delicious. I love mutton snappers. And we can, you know, big mutton snapper, 10, 15, 18 pound mutton snapper, we can feed a lot of people. So hopefully I can get a couple of them today, show you. You know, should be a good day. We've got, we're 2 days after the full moon. And, you know, during the summer months, this is our first full moon of the summer. Really good for spawning for snappers. So I'm in a good spot. There's only one other boat behind me here on my stern, but I anticipate that what will happen, it's still early, is this is going to get filled up with boats. There's a lot of boats. A lot of guys went out last night and they fished overnight because the moon was out all night. It's going to set here in about an hour. Passed a lot of boats on the edge of the reef coming down here. I'm in fishing off of North Key Largo right now. And so we are 23 miles from the marina right now here in North Key Largo. Really a good spot, very productive spot, a lot of spot that everybody knows. So should fill up with boats here pretty quickly. I set the anchor, really have no current at all, which is, you know, it doesn't work without current. So I'm gonna just sit here and wait. Tide changes at 11 o'clock in the morning. So as boats start coming out, I don't want to lose my spot. This spot that I'm in right now is a very rocky bottom, and then it's got a drastic, like a wall, like a drop off that goes down from like 140 to 170, like a 25 to 40 foot drop off along this wall. It's very short. It's probably about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile long. And I'm right here on the edge of it. So historically, this has been a good spot. Let's get these lines in the water and see if we can catch some mutton snapper. So today I'm fishing by myself. So I've got a regular conventional one and I've got an electric reel. And that's just because if I hook 2 fish at one time, I can't reel 2 fish at one time, but I can press the button on this one, fight this one, get it on the boat, and then take care of the other one. It's a lot of sharks out here. So radio check. That's going to be an issue, is you got to get the fish up quick so you don't get taxed. On this one here, I'm dropping half a speedo. And on the other one, I got some dolphin bellies that a buddy of mine, oh, let me turn this down. It's going to be a busy day today on the radio. When it's like this, we get a lot of folks out. I got half a speedo on this one that I'm going to drop down. And then on the conventional one, I'm going to drop down dolphin belly. So I have a buddy of mine who went out mahi fishing, and I told him, save me the dolphin bellies so that I could rig swordfish baits with them. And he didn't cut them correctly, and so I can't use them for swordfish bait. But they're very nice little pieces that I feel very good about for bottom fishing. So I'll show it to you now once I get this one here on the bottom. So this here's the dolphin belly, and you know, it really needs to be cut a lot longer and kind of straight across the top. I mean, I could probably make this work, but you know, the hook will take up the majority of it. So I don't really, even though I like smaller baits for sword fishing, I really like that when he's whacking and he's gonna eat it, I want his mouth to be close to the hook. This is just too small. So I'm gonna get that guy out and see if that dolphin belly can't yield a nice mutton snapper. So I was gonna catch bait this morning, and I decided to come out here because I'm worried that this spot here is gonna get very crowded and full of boats, and I wanted to be able to anchor on it. And we'll see how it goes here, and I could always catch some bait at the end. But a one person limit for mutton snapper is 5 fish. So I can get 5. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna spend all day moving around to get the 5, just because anchoring is a pain in the butt by yourself. So we're 140 feet here, and it's just a chore to pull up the anchor by yourself. So I don't know if I'm gonna spend all day looking for the 5, but I'll be happy with 2 of them. We could have a feast with that. But then at the end of the day, what I could do, depending on how I feel, how tired I am, I could go here on the edge of the reef. We got some good yellowtail spots here. And so the snapper aggregate for mutton snappers, I could get 5, but then I could complete the difference up to 10 with yellowtails, because there are 10 per person. So if I wind up with, let me stand over here so I can see the rods. If I wind up, 2 or 3 muttons, I could get, the difference in yellowtail at the end. And those are absolutely delicious fish. It's probably the #1 fish that's caught here in the Keys. They're everywhere. I mean, you could come out here on the reef, get a good bottom, you get good current. Got something playing around with this. Doesn't look like it's got any size to it, but you find a good spot out here, you get some good current, that you could get that chum traveling, and you'll catch some yellowtail. We're gonna do a video on that this summer and show you guys, how to come out and catch some yellowtail if you want to try it with your family. It really is. And we got some stuff here nibbling on this, but nothing with any size. It really is a lot of fun. You get them up, you chum them up, and it's just constant action, and they are absolutely delicious to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and watch these rods, and I'll bring you back if we see anything. All right, guys. It looks like we're gonna have to work hard to find these fish today. I say we, me and you. I've been here now, it's 9 o'clock, 6:45 I anchored here. There's a lot of boats that are starting to get here. I mean, they're so close you can hear everybody talking on the boats, and nobody's catching anything. So I've been 2 hours here. They are not here. This is traditionally a very good spot. When they are here, it is on, it is fire. So I'm gonna have to keep moving. Looks like we're gonna have to keep hunting them. I gotta get at least one so we could eat and show you guys. But reluctantly, I'm gonna pick up this anchor and I'm gonna move. So remember I told you I'm sitting on this, it's a very rocky bottom, and then there's a very steep drop off. So I'm here on 140 now. This is on the other side of the wall, which is around 165, 170-ish. I really don't want to pull up that anchor in that depth of water, but I hate to leave here, and when you've been sitting here for 2 hours and haven't got a bite, everything starts going through your head and moving, and it could be somewhere else. And so I hate to keep moving from here and keep working my way down south and not try this spot here, which also has been traditionally good for me. Just 170 feet. Oh, it's gonna be fun pulling up the anchor, but let me go ahead and get moving, pick up the anchor, and see if that spot might be the one. Spot might be the one. You never really know. I mean, you could be sitting right here, and on the other side of that drop off, there could be a herd of them there, So we don't know, so we're gonna try it. Anchor popped off the bottom now. So what the anchor ball does, if you've never seen this system, it's got a stainless steel ring and you clip it onto your anchor line. And then what happens is as you start driving the boat forward, that's putting a lot of pressure on that ring and it's pulling straight up from the ball to the bottom. And it'll pop your anchor off. And then what happens is as you keep driving, the anchor will chain and everything will start going into the ball. And then all you got to do is pick up all of the slack with the rope. I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to try to pick it up from here. Normally when there's two of us on the boat, I would be bumping the boat forward so that you're just picking up slack line on top of the water. But by yourself, I can't bump it forward from the bow. So then you just got to pull all of that line towards the boat with the anchor and everything. So this way it makes it a little bit easier. I'll just drop it from here. Now I do have some other spots. They're a little far from here. But at the end of the day, we need to get a mutton snapper. And those spots, that's like 280 to 310. There we'll just drift it. Hopefully we don't have to get to that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this anchor pulled up and go ahead and reset, and I'll see you in the next spot. All righty, we are now anchored. We are in 167 feet. So we're gonna give this this here a try. Here, guys, I'm only gonna drop the electric and just focus on one rod right now. And if it starts shaping up like this is gonna be good, I'll drop both of them. But here's a quick tip: don't step on your leader when you're about to throw it. And if you look at the leader, guys, I've got a 40-foot leader on this. Both of them have a 40-foot leader, and I just like fishing really long leaders. I like that bait to be really far away. Move this back so you can see it better in the camera. I really like the bait to be far away from where that lead is bumping on the ground. I don't know, I just feel like it's I feel like I have a better shot if that bait is farther away. Trying to not spook the fish with the lead. The current has picked up a tad since I first talked to you guys when I got here at 6:45. Well, to the other spot. And let's see how this goes here. I mean, it could be good, or it could be a dud also. I don't know. But these spots have been good to me before. But as soon as I picked up the anchor and I started moving, two other boats picked up their anchor and moved. I guess nobody wanted to be the first to leave. But it's not, nobody's catching. It's just not working. So, and I hate to leave. The tide's going to change at 11, so we got another hour and 40 minutes, hour and 45 minutes. But, I just can't sit there for another hour and 45 minutes without anything, So I'm going to give this a shot, and hopefully I can show you what a mutton snapper looks like. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I can say we, it has been a grind so far. It is almost 11:30. I moved now, I'm all the way down in South Key Largo, and now I am drifting. This is another spot that's pretty good for us. For mutton snappers, a lot deeper, 240 feet. Current is ripping here. I dropped with 24 ounces of lead. I'm gonna have to take that up. I'm gonna try 2 pounds, and then I'm gonna have to move to 3. We can't hold bottom here. We're moving at 1.3 miles an hour. But as soon as I got here, I stopped, and really what you wanna do when you're drifting is, if you want to go over a certain area, you want to stop the boat and see, is the wind pushing you or the current's pushing you, and then what angle you're going at. And then you know how to set up to drift over the spot that you want to drift over. And as soon as I stopped, I mean, there's just a lot of marks here on the screen, so that's very promising. I mean, we haven't seen that all day, or I haven't seen that all day. I say we because it's us, it's me and you. So I'll have to bring this up and change the lead. But I got some spots here. These right now are in 240 feet. And then we've got some all the way up to 280, 300 that are pretty close by. We are far, far, far from home now. Probably a good hour and a half, 2-hour run back to the house from here. And the marinas are gonna be a nightmare today. I'm gonna bring this up. No way I'm gonna be effective if I can't hold bottom. Marinas are gonna be a nightmare today. When the weather is good like this, it is crazy the amount of boats that are out here. Now here in this area here, these numbers where I'm at right now are not very well known. There's a handful of us that share these numbers, and those guys aren't fishing today. For now, we could be helping each other, but let's see what happens here. I'm gonna pick this up, change the lead, set up again, and work this spot here, do a few drifts here before we move deeper, and see what happens. Come on, baby. Very, very promising here. As soon as I changed the lead, doing the first drift, got whacked, but very snapper-esque. I didn't get hooked. We need him to cooperate. That's can be the hardest part sometimes, to get these guys to cooperate. Guys, we did we did another drift, and we've got another nice one here. Let me mark here. 5:36. So it looks like this bite is turning on now, like an evening bite. Man. So this one, you know, by the way that it's fighting, looks to be a legal size fish, and by the way that it hit. So then I'll have 4 in the cooler, which means I could get one more, which would be the 1-person limit. Never imagined that it would take all day, but I am extremely thankful that it's happening. This is a nice one. Wow. These guys. We might have to measure this guy. This guy looks questionable. I think he's gonna make it though. And, oh yeah, he's 20 inches. So, legal size limit is 18. This guy's 20. Our first one was 20. And then the last 2 that we caught were just Jurassic Park mutton snappers. So, man, I hate to leave. 540. I'm gonna put another bait. I'm gonna do one more drift. Let's see if we can get the 5th one. All right, guys. I am exhausted. It's been a long day. It's 6:20 right now, and I apologize for the audio, but my the microphone, the battery died. It's been recording now for 12 hours. So a bunch of footage throughout the day that you're recording and you guys don't see that this is junk. I've got to get rid of it. But anyway, I will tell you, 6:20. This is the brutally harsh and honest truth about fishing. A lot of people won't tell you, but today it's almost 12 hours out here that I've put in. Let me turn this on. And really, I mean, first 6 hours didn't have anything, nothing at all. Came out here to these deep water spots, and really had an unbelievable day. I ended up catching 9 mutton snappers, 4 red groupers, and then I had 2 massive sharks that broke all the tackle and everything. It's just a big waste of time re-rigging everything. But out of those 9 mutton snappers and 4 red groupers, only 4 mutton snappers were legal, which I think I mentioned it at some point in the video. I've been fishing this spot now 13, 14 years, and I have never caught an undersized fish here. This is, you know, a lot of the times I can't fish it because the current is just ripping, you know, 3-4 miles an hour. But really, really thankful that I get to go home with some dinner. So there will be some fish tacos. But guys, this is how it is sometimes. I mean, you got to put in the long hours and hopefully find the fish. But I gotta get these cameras put away. I'm exhausted. I got up at 3 in the morning. It's 6:22 right now, and I got a 2-hour ride back home. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.